if anyone can hear me or see me, because I can't see anyone. Showing that I'm live, it's so strange to keep looking at yourself. I'm gonna wait for people to join in for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to say what I have to say to you today. Can anyone give me a shout if they can see me and hear me? I cannot see the comments. Hey, hi Cynthia, hi. Hi, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. For all the people, those who know me, and people who are new. Thank you, Cynthia, thank you. Thanks. And all the people who are new, welcome. So guys, today what I'm going to be talking about is something very, very close to my heart, something that I teach. Bulk of my teachings and bulk of my work revolves around inner child work. So many people must have told you, or you must have heard the term inner child work, but not everybody clearly knows what it's about, why we need to do it, and what are the benefits, right? So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be busting all the myths regarding inner child work, what it is, why you need to do it, and what are the things that it can help you heal from. Let's start. So what is inner child work? Very simply put, guys, inner child work, when you hear someone mentioning inner child work, what they're actually referring to is trauma work. Now what happens in our childhood is we learn to suppress and repress certain emotions, those emotions which were rejected and which were not accepted by our parents. What we do is, in order to survive our childhood, we tend to suppress them, and that becomes our shadow self. So the whole idea of inner child work is actually, if you make the effort to connect and to communicate with that child self of yours, and you make an effort to heal that child and nourish that child, you can actually get to the root cause of most of your adult issues that you're facing now. See, anything that's wrong with you right now is actually your coping strategy from your childhood, right? So actually there's nothing wrong with you. So that is inner child work in a nutshell. Now what people ask me that how can our inner child self, our child self, hold emotions, or why would it hold emotions? See, what you need to understand is, yes, thanks Cynthia. So what you need to understand is childhood trauma. When somebody experiences childhood trauma, people or children usually will tend to feel a lot of shame around it, right? So what you will do is you will try to hide it, and you'll try to hide your experiences, and you will also try to hide those emotions in order to survive. Now let me give you an example. I'll give you an example. Let's say if you were controlled by your parents, right? If you were controlled by your parents, and if you were told while growing up that in order to be loved and be accepted, you have to be good. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be suppressing the emotions, such as, for example, anger, right? Or sadness. There could be many other emotions that you must have suppressed inside. So in order to be loved by your parents, you will suppress that part of yourself and suppress that emotion, and the emotions especially that got you into trouble, which were rejected and which were unaccepted, right? That's how those emotions go in your subconscious mind and become part of your subconscious programming. Another one could be, let's say if you experience rejection or abandonment or abuse in your childhood. So what you will do is you will not open up, and you will keep those emotions inside, and you will not talk about your experiences and your emotions because you are scared of getting hurt again. Now, what happens in adult life? In your adult life, these emotions are going to be sabotaging you. And how do they do that? I'll tell you in a second. In our adult life, what we do is we will be constantly looking for partners to parent us the way we were not parented, right? We were seeking for that, we will be seeking for that love, for that attention, for that appreciation, recognition. So we are constantly in a search of parent partner, and when those people are unable to meet our needs, we are invariably constantly disillusioned and disappointed, right? So that's the cycle that we go through in our adulthood. That's one scenario. Another one could be what we also do is we close ourselves up. Why do we do that? We close ourselves up in adult life to potential partners or relationships, fearing that they will reject me or abandon me, or I can't trust them, right? Or they will hurt me. So let's say, for example, you were let down by your parents and you have trust issues. Now you could also let go of a good relationship in the fear of keeping yourself or self-preserving yourself or keeping yourself protected, right? And any which ways, no matter what we do, whether we get into these cyclic relationships where we attract abusers and re-traumatize ourselves, or we close ourselves, invariably the end result is we always end up feeling lonely, right? Or there could be another scenario. There could be, like, let's say, if as a child you were taught to believe that in order to get love and acceptance, you have to be this peacekeeper or peacemaker in the house, you have to be pleasing to everyone. So what you do is you will grow up being a people's pleaser, and invariably what you'll be doing is fixing your dates or rescuing your dates or fixing other people's problems, taking everyone's responsibility, and so you end up in codependent relationships. So these are the many scenarios that you will reenact where your inner child will literally be acting out this way, or your emotions will be coming out this way from your subconscious mind. You're not even aware of it, right? Most of it is subconscious, and that's where you hold your traumas, your memories, your beliefs, your behaviors, your patterns, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that is how an inner child literally holds the emotions or suppresses the emotions or represses the emotions. Now, what I want to also tell you guys is, somebody asked me, what are the issues that can be sorted out by doing inner child work? Oh, there are so many. And I've actually made a list for you guys over here, and I'm going to read it out to you. What all can be helped when you do this inner child work? Number one, child abuse, depression, anxiety, trust issues, relationship issues, self-sabotage, self-criticism, overthinking, self-doubt, confidence issues, communication issues, connection issues. Another one, codependency, right? Abandonment, rejection. So many of them. I want you to sit with these for a second, guys. Can you see the amount of suffering that we create because of these repressed and suppressed emotions in our adult life? And also borderline personality disorder, addictions. All of this is coming from your suppressed and repressed emotions and from your childhood trauma. And that's where inner child work can really, really be beneficial and can really help you. So now you want to ask me, what can inner child work do for me, right? How can it be beneficial? See, it might sound very, very odd talking to your child self. It might sound very, very odd parenting yourself, because that's the theme of inner child work, where you learn to reparent yourself, right? Get in connection, or literally find the true you, find the real you, nurture yourself, you're right? Know yourself more deeper, because you don't have that access to that part of yourself. You have this persona, which is a mask, which you show to the world, and you have this inner child inside of you, right? Of course they are parallel, side by side, but you will not show that to the world. That's hidden inside. And when your parents rejected and not accepted you, or the parts of you, you also did the same thing. You rejected yourself or abandoned yourself pertaining to those parts. And that's how you fragmented and you split. Right? So inner child work is totally about going inside, finding that inner child, nurturing that inner child, understanding yourself, learning to love yourself, and so on and so forth. Now, what it can help you with is First and foremost, what it can help you with is accessing suppressed and repressed emotions and memories, right? Also allowing yourself to, some people, allowing yourself to feel. There are so many people, so many clients that I coach all over the world, and something that shows up again and again is emotional numbing, disconnection. Oh, I don't remember my childhood. I don't know what happened, right? So that itself is abnormal. If you do not remember part or chunks of your childhood, there is definitely trauma over there. Okay? Because if there is something happy memories and happy moments, you will definitely remember them, right? So we tend to block those aspects. So this work will actually help you feel again. Get in touch with your feelings, with your innermost feelings, right? Uncovering those layers, uncovering those repressed and suppressed memories where your trauma is literally hidden. Another thing is gaining personal power in your relationships, right? Learning to set healthy boundaries, learning to better take care of yourself, learning to love yourself again. Because that is something we struggle with. When you've gone through trauma, self-love is one thing which we have no concept about, right? Another thing which takes a backseat or which is totally corroded is our self-image. Building your self-image, building confidence, right? And also being able to attract healthy partners, healthy relationships, healthy friendships. Being able to heal emotionally, physically, mentally. So these are a couple of things that your inner child work will actually help you address. Now, what I want to tell you guys, finally, understand something. Inner child work will actually help you access those parts of you which you have rejected and abandoned, help you to feel again, and help you to accept yourself in totality, right? Not the part of you which is you think is negative or somebody told you that was negative. You have kind of left it behind and you've abandoned and you have completely forgotten about it. It still is there. It doesn't fade away. It doesn't go away. It's still there. But you have not accepted yourself. So I can give you so many examples where we don't accept ourselves, where we are constantly in judgment of ourselves, right? Because that's what we have seen and that's what we have learned. That's our conditioning. So this work will actually help you to take care of your inner child. And when you take care of your inner child, your child self, you will invariably take care of your adult self. And how do you do that? By honoring what you're feeling and also honoring your needs and meeting your needs. And understand one thing, guys, your inner child is not going away anywhere. This inner child is going to be with you till the day you die. It's going to continuously sabotage your entire life if you do not address the issues. It's going to take over your relationships, your money issues, your health. You will be reacting from your wounded self in so many places. You see, when you have strong reactions to things, that's when your inner child will be acting up. And those of you who are not familiar with inner child, I strongly urge you to watch my video on what is inner child to get a better understanding, right? So in the end, what I want to tell you guys, finally, every single one of us on the planet have had some sort of trauma or the other, in some manner or form, right? We're all trauma survivors. Whether we agree to it, whether we are in denial, whether we don't accept it or not, it's there, right? Now, if we do not acknowledge, if we don't acknowledge it, if we don't own our stories, if we don't heal ourselves, we are going to be perpetual victims throughout our lives. That's a given, right? In order to heal yourself, and I'm saying truly heal yourself, right? What you need to do is you really need to embrace this part of yourself. You need to embrace your pain. You need to embrace your stories. You need to be very, very honest with yourselves with what is it that you're feeling inside, right? You need to be very authentic with yourself. We put on so many masks for the world, and we do that for ourselves also. And there is no point in bypassing, guys. And by bypassing, I mean avoiding or distracting yourself or postponing your healing. And we do it with so many things. You'll be working very hard, at that job and making a lot of money, taking vacations. You'll be drinking yourself to death. You'll be having relationships after relationships just so that you don't have to feel. You'll be taking those new retreats, you'll do yoga, you'll do meditation, you'll do crystals. Oh, let me ask my tarot. Why is my boyfriend cheating on me? Hey guys, I don't have anything against tarot. I don't have anything against all of these things. I'll tell you something. You create your life and your reality. Okay? These things will help, but they are very temporary and very transient. They're like band-aids. You're just looking for the next best thing to feel good. So I will do a little bit of this, I will do a little bit of this, and I will feel good, and I'll feel good. So I'm going to just avoid what I'm feeling. Let me call this friend, let me go here, let me book this hotel, let me book this vacation, let me buy that bag. Let me meditate. Spiritually also we do bypassing. Your crystals will help you, your meditations will help you, your yoga will help you, your connection to nature will help you. All of these things will help you. But there is no way you can dodge your inner child work. This is the only way moving forward in your healing journey. And trust me when I say that, I am a survivor of 19 years of abuse. I avoided exactly like how you guys, some of you guys, must be doing or must have done in the past for 37 years. I did everything else to kind of be in that fog zone that, oh, that didn't happen. I was ashamed. I didn't want people to judge me. I was a people's pleaser. I just wanted to be accepted and just look good and feel good, right? That perpetual positivity syndrome. Positive, positive, positive. So you will feel positive and you will do your affirmations, but inside you're broken, rejected little child. How does that even serve you or help you? Or let's say inside you have this critical voice where you have internalized your parents now. Now your parents are not the problem. Now you have become your own abuser. Oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, I am so underconfident. I'm so stupid. I should have done that better. I should have tried harder. Right? So we do it. I've done it. And this is the only thing that has actually helped me, where I had to sit down with myself and unpack my stories and take a very good look at myself, that what is actually happening. I was sick and tired of living like that. Anxiety all the time, panic attacks all the time, worried about what people are going to think of me, what's going to happen, or have I done anything wrong? Have I done this good enough? Oh, tell me about it. I've done it all. And this is the only thing which has actually helped me. And you know why, guys, why this will help? Because this is literally you're pulling out the weeds from the roots. Rest, all the things that you're doing are band-aids. You'll feel good temporarily, and then you will go back into your dark zone. So when you really go back where all these traumas and suppressed emotions and everything took place, you're literally pulling the weed out of from the root, and you're going back to the causation of the trauma so that you can heal it once and for all. And you don't continuously keep manifesting things from your wound itself, partners or relationships or whatever that is you're manifesting from your subconscious mind. Remember something, 95% of your manifestations are from your subconscious mind. So there is no way that you can outrun your past. It's going to catch up. So what I want to tell you is that we need to embrace our pain, guys. We need to really be honest and authentic. If we are serious about our healing, we need to, what else we need to do? We need to understand that if we are fooling ourselves, if we are in denial, we're only hurting ourselves. We're only creating suffering for ourselves. And I'll tell you one more thing. Unless and until you do not heal your childhood wounds, you are going to be recreating those dynamics throughout your life. Those dynamics could look like betrayal, abandonment, rejection, trust issues. You would be manifesting partners who would constantly let you down. You'll be manifesting abusers in your friendships, and so much more. So there is no way that you can get away from this. There is no way that you can avoid this if you really want to heal and if you're serious about your healing. And this is for all of you all, right? Who are the fixers and who are the givers and who are the martyrs and who want to help everyone. I was like that once. There's nothing wrong in it, but we forget to take care of ourselves. We're constantly coming from the place of fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of what this one will say, fear of what people will think, no confidence in ourselves. Scrolling, and there are people who are scrolling down Facebook looking for validation, competition, jealousy. Oh, that person, all these people have gotten their shit together. I don't have my shit together. Really? So that's all we do. Constant comparison. This one's doing better. I have to do this. I'm not looking good. I'm looking fat. I'm looking ugly. I'm looking thin. I don't have confidence. It's never ending. So we're always constantly trying to self-sabotage ourselves to become something so that we can fit in, so that we can be accepted, so that we can be loved. Children, if you're body shaming yourself, I'll tell you one thing. Put a snap of yourself, 2 years old. Put it in front of you. That's your inner child. Now try and shaming that child. Tell her she's so ugly, she's so fat. Tell her she's an idiot. Will you be able to say that to a 2-year-old? Because that is what you're doing constantly. Criticizing, you become your critical parent, abusive parent, and you will stay in those toxic relationships. You will not be able to break away because we are so programmed and so conditioned and so used to and so dependent, because that's all we know. So enough of all that, guys. Enough of doing all of that. Enough of shopping. Enough of buying that new dress. Enough of whatever that you've been doing to avoid your self-care, avoid your work. Really, make a true intention, honest intention to yourself. Make a promise to yourself and take complete responsibility of how you feel and how your life is going on. Stop blaming your relationships, your partners. Stop blaming your bosses. Stop blaming the whole world. Responsibility means not like in a grown-up way. Responsibility is ability to respond. So when you're just putting the blame on outside factors, that this one did this to me and this one did that to me and that one doesn't love me and that one is bullying me, it's actually you who's doing all of that. And that's what you learn in your inner child work, step by step. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy and it's beautiful. Yes, it can get painful, because remember, you're dealing with all those painful parts of yourself. And because as human beings, we are kind of always running away from our pain. Because as human beings, we don't want to face our pain, right? We always want feel good things, feel good gurus and feel good affirmations and feel good whatever that we can get our hands on. We'll do everything, but we will face ourselves. So stop blaming everyone, guys. Take serious responsibility for your life, right? Otherwise, look, I believe in this stuff and I am going to be teaching this stuff till the day I die. Because what I believe is this is the crux of the matter. No matter what you do, you will have to come back to your childhood to resolve whatever is unresolved. You will have to work through your emotional material. It's going to show up. It's going to show up in your life whether you're aware of it or not. And we have a choice, guys. I can teach you, I can tell you anything. We all have a choice, right? I took the choice to heal myself. It depends on you. You want to take the choice, or you want to continue to suffer, or you want to continue to create suffering for yourself. You can heal. I promise you, you can heal. I'm sitting right in front of you. Today I coach people all around the world. Same things, how I learned to heal myself from my abuse, and how I picked myself up, and how I kind of understood and heard and loved my inner child. So my life literally turned around 360 degrees, and today I teach others how to do that. So it was a choice that I made, and you too can make a choice. It's totally up to you how long you want to take, or how bad it has to get before you really say enough. So that's all I want to say, guys, about inner child work. I hope I have kind of covered up everything pretty much. Whatever questions, if you guys have any questions, please put forward. Yes, somebody's, how long does it take to truly imbibe inner child work? Right, what do you mean? There you go, you have already started putting on time frame to your healing. Why would you do that to yourself? I'm still work in progress. At least start. Take that first step. It doesn't matter how long does it take. As and when, at least you start. At least you will have the tools and techniques to learn to love yourself, learn to feel those emotions which are suppressed, learn to understand, learn to be authentic with yourself. And you can get a better grip on your life, on your present life, on your relationships, on your situations, whatever you're facing in your life. At least start. Don't put a time frame, like how long will it take? 3 months, 6 months, 3 years, or whatever. Oh, it's too long. Oh, it's whatever. Don't do that to yourself. There you go. You've just abandoned yourself right there. That, oh, it's going to take too long. I don't have that time for my inner child. If you don't have time for your inner child, if you don't have time to listen or to love or to hear your inner child, I promise you nobody does. And you will always be lonely. You will always be feeling misunderstood in your relationships. You will always be feeling less than. That's the biggest thing. The another epidemic is, oh, what will people think of me? And people have this stigma attached to, I don't know, therapy or coaching or whatever stuff. So they will continuously be like, oh, what will people think of me if I'm seeking help? Hey, we all need help. Why do you have to? And the shame and guilt and all of this stuff we've learned. Fear is something we've learned. We did not come out of our mother's womb comparing ourselves to other toddlers. We did not come out of our mother's womb, hey, what is that other person going to think? No. We were conditioned and we were programmed, and that is our faulty programming. It's not us, guys. And that is something we need to unlearn, because all of this has been taught to us. And it's not difficult to unlearn it, and not difficult to let go of these core beliefs and core belief systems by which we go by which, we have kind of come to understand ourselves that this is me. This is not you. This is probably your, or let's say you're not confident or you're fearful or whatever. That's something that has been programmed into you to believe that. You were probably constantly compared to your sibling or to that other child in school. You were constantly told that you're not pretty, you're not good enough, you're not going to amount to anything. Or you were abandoned or neglected or rejected, so many things. So till the time you're not going to be facing all of that, you cannot move forward. You can make your money, you can attain success, you can do anything. But really you'll be moving forward with that thing in your head constantly. How did I do? Am I good enough? Should I do better? I'm scared. I've got anxiety. I've got panic attacks. Does he love me or he won't? Will this relationship work? I mean, look at the quality of your experiences, what you're creating. So you will continue to create these experiences if inside of you is not healed. So my suggestion is, guys, get serious and make a promise to yourself to heal yourself and to at least give yourself a chance. Hey, you've got nothing to lose. Give yourself permission. There's nothing wrong in that, right? So is there anybody who's asking any more questions? Please feel free. I'm happy to answer. And then I'm going to do my self-love cards, my ritual that I do after my every live. And guys, you know why I do this? Actually, if you haven't figured it out till now, I do these self-love cards is basically, it's just a reminder for each one of us, including me, to basically throughout the week check with ourselves whether we are criticizing ourselves, badgering ourselves, belittling ourselves, or we are doing this, what these cards will say. Where are we kind of constricting ourselves and re-traumatizing ourselves? Where are we abusing ourselves? So it's a reminder, because self-love does not come to us easily. Thank you, Suzette. Thank you everyone for watching. And guys, I really I would like to make a request. Please share this video. Share it as much as you can, because we just need to create awareness. We need to educate people. We need to make them aware, because understand something. The wars that we're fighting outside the world, Those wars are inside of us. We need to kind of understand those wars within us, and this world is going to be a better place, because our outside reality is just a mirror of our inside reality. So if each one of us take responsibility of working through our emotional baggage, working through our emotional material, we're going to have a better life. So instead of pointing fingers outside, why don't we look inside? And we have the right, guys, we have the right to express ourselves. We have the right to say what we want to say. We have the right to feel significant. It's not what you have been told. It's not what you've been told. Okay, so I'm going to pick up 3 cards for this week and tell you what is it that the universe wants us to work this week. Right? Should I pick this one? Am I supposed to? Okay. There you go. First one. You can't make this stuff up, guys. I tell you. You cannot make this stuff up, 2 cards. The last one. 3 cards. Thank you for watching, guys. Please share the video as much as you can. Keep slipping from my hand. What's about it? Shuffling these cards. Right. So, our 3 cards are, I don't know if you can see it or not. You know, sometimes the lighting is so bright, I'm not even sure if you can see it. I'm going to, any which ways, read it out to you. So, first one is, I am safe just being me. Right? I just spoke about this. I'm safe just being me. Check with yourself. Are you safe being yourself? Or are you hiding your real self? Are you pretending on your social media, with your friends? Do you feel safe? If not, investigate. Why do you want to be like someone else? Why do you compare? Question everything, guys. I'll tell you something. Question everything that you have been taught. Don't just believe blindly. Next one. It's okay for me to be who I am. Of course it is. And don't believe if anybody has told you otherwise. It's totally okay for you to be who you are. With your negatives, with your positives, there is no negative. It's just been told to us what is good and what is bad. Accept yourself completely, because it's okay, and give yourself that permission, and check with yourself, where do I tend to shrink myself? Where do I don't speak my truth? Where do I see that I don't have anything important to say, so why will people listen to me? Where do you do those things? Check. And the last one is, I'm gentle with myself. And this is a big one, guys, because none of us are gentle with ourselves. We're all the time abusing ourselves. We've become our parents, we've become our abusers, and I tell you, I have done it, so I know it. And I see so many people while I'm coaching my clients. I see this is a big one. We are not gentle. We are constantly pushing ourselves. We need to perform better, but we should have done this, but I should have been, if I did this, I would have gotten through that university and that job, and I would have had a bigger package. So it's like, right, you are constantly re-traumatizing yourself. You're so hard on yourself. And that is also something that you've learned. Who was hard on you while you were growing up? So when you need to reparent your inner child, you need to be gentle. Remember, something you have to do, something totally opposite to heal. You cannot be doing the same things what were done to you and then expect to heal. So stop doing all of this. Be gentle with yourself. It's totally okay to be who you are, and it's totally fine to be you. You are unique, and that is your power. Know it, believe it, own it. So that's all from me, guys. Thank you to everybody who joined in. Please share this video as much as you can. And I love you so much, and I will connect with you soon with something more juicy, more meaty. I love you. Bye.